Don't kill me. Oh, that's so sad. Oh, it's so annoying. Hey guys, this is Hell Hades, free to play. And damn, we are going to push Nightmare Campaign today. Basically, I'm still on the run for Vlad. I still don't know if it's the right thing to do for this account to put all of these resources into Vlad. So far, I haven't had to burn anything really. All I've been doing is just doing the events, picking up the different rewards that you get along the way. And actually, it's pretty good for an account to just generally do it, even if you're not doing the fusion, because you end up getting yourself a nice couple of books, chickens, all of that type of shenanigans, and maybe some juicy gems and that along the way. So my gem count is going up, not down, whilst I'm doing the fusion so far. When we get to the summon rush at the end of the week, we know it's going to be something between maybe 3,000 and 3,500 points that we need to get from summon rush. Generally, sacreds are 500 each. I've got 2. Generally, void shards are 120 each. I've got 8. Ancients, I've got 60, and they're generally about 20 points each. And then you get a point for mystery shards. So I'm close to like 2,900 odd points worth of shards as they sit right now in my account, if I don't get lucky from clan boss or something like that. So to make sure that it's not just a kind of, I hope I get there, I want to make sure I get there and get the champion, I need one more sacred to get me over the line, and then anything else that comes in throughout the week, it's a bonus. Okay, I can also see actually in the event that's coming tomorrow, there's a void shard and some good books in the champion training, albeit they're normally quite hard to get. So I don't know if I'll have the energy or desire to push for those, but we'll see. So far then on Nightmare Campaign, get to Nightmare Campaign. So far, I have gone and 3-starred right the way up till killing Bad L, and the actual Bad L fight has been tricky for me. So I need to make some changes. What I've been doing pretty much all the way across the way so far is using Deep as an AoE drop defense and Magnar to blow stuff up. And the problem I've got with the Bad L fight is that the 2 side ads put unkillable on the team and then counterattack on, and I end up just taking a load of damage and I can't heal up. So my problem really is Deep is not healing up. Magnar's just got a ton of HP. He stays alive, no problem. Deep is struggling a bit. I'm thinking about throwing Deep into lifesteal gear, because I've got pretty good lifesteal gear, and that will just help me right the way through the whole thing anyway. Honestly, if I had... honestly, maybe Duke the Pierced is just a better option for me for this whole thing, doing the AoE drop attack and defense, because this obviously reduces the damage I've got coming into me. Plus, he's defense-based, which makes him harder to kill. So if I still struggle a bit later on, then maybe I'll switch it up and put Duke the Pierced. I'm going to 6-star him as my next 6-star anyway. So maybe I'll switch it up and get him in the mix. The other thing I could do is 6-star Arbiter if I'm still struggling. And then I've got a Reviver in the mix. And I've also got a Rector level 40 that I could just make an absolute tank beast. But I would need to make her at least 50 to make that work. So I've got a few options if this doesn't work. But my immediate thought is either regen gear or lifesteal gear on Deep. Now, for the Bad L fight in particular, regen gear is better. But I'm thinking for the rest of the whole kind of thing leading into the final boss, lifesteal gear would be better. So it's kind of tricky actually to know what to do, because I don't just want to waste silver. So what we're going to do, we're going to bring up the optimizer and re-gear Deep. This is kind of annoying, like to re-gear someone who is in a bunch of teams just for one piece of content. It's really annoying. It's a big waste of silver. It's going to cost me over 1 million silver to do this. And that's just using gear that I already own, let alone having to roll stuff up and things like that. So it really is a big investment to do. But as I say, I don't want to miss out on Vlad because of one sacred shard, which I know I can get if I put the effort in. So let's get the re-gear going and see where we get to. Okay, so we're going to set this up then. One of the things that's worth showing actually quickly. So if you're on hellhades.com, go into raid, go into the raid stages tool. This shows you all of the stats for the enemies you're going to face. And what's quite interesting, if you go to anywhere in campaign, any of the stages, basically the enemies don't have any speed in their gear. They don't wear gear, I guess. They just throw stats in against the enemies, but they're always up. They're always at their base speed. So you very rarely find people that are over 100 speed. There's the odd few, but not many. What that means is if you can run faster than like 210 speed, then you will always get 2 turns to every enemy's turn. Basically means that it makes it a lot easier to do the farm. So I might just do a little tweak to Magnar as well. To the minute he's only running at 190, and it means I'm not getting my 2 turns to the enemy's turn. Therefore, they're kind of cutting in on me a bit when really he's my kind of secret weapon. So that's going to be the idea here. But yeah, you can literally, with this stages tool, you can go on anything. You can go on, you know, how fast are the Doom Tower waves, rotation 2, floor 5. You see how fast they are. You see how much resistance they've got. Therefore, how much accuracy you need. And in reverse, how much accuracy they've got. So therefore, what resistance would you need? There's a whole bunch of stuff that you can get out of this tool. But I use it from time to time just when I'm trying to work out, you know, how should I build my champions for a specific bit of content. So let's get into this then. Champions Deek first. We're going to, let's just make sure I reset everything first. We're going to use a GPU. We're going to go for lifesteal sets. And basically, I just want him to be quick, like 220 speed. I want him to have at least a couple of hundred accuracy, because then he can be useful elsewhere. And other than that, I want to build for survivability on him in lifesteal gear. So he's not going to be someone who's kind of my damage dealer. Magnar's going to do all the damage. I'll actually push it up to 230, and then he can be useful for clan boss as well. And I won't have to keep rechanging his gear around. But you see how quick he is to come back. So 235 accuracy, 220 speed, what I wanted. And then a lot of health and a lot of defense. Yeah, so actually this becomes a really solid clan boss build anyway. And I guess it means I'm not going to be in perception gear anymore. But damn, that's actually, it's come back as a way better build than I was expecting. It shows how much my gear has improved over time to be able to do this. So I'm going to put these pieces on him, and then I'm going to tweak Magnar as well. So here we go. I mean, a whole bunch of builds messed up for the sake of doing this, but 220 speed we get back to, more defense, good HP, in lifesteal gear, with the accuracy I still need. Yeah, I mean, it's a solid build. It's a solid build, and it's in a set that's going to help me through Nightmare campaign. So that's kind of good. I now need to go back in and just fix all of the broken people before I carry on. Okay, so now we need to just do Magnar. All I want to do is just pick his speed up a bit. So Magnar, we're going to do for damage. We're going to go 200 and I think I'm going to go 205 speed, 100% crit rate. Don't want any accuracy, just for damage, which means we're going to get high health anyway. And let's see what we get here. So we're going to go to 68k health, a little bit more than what we've got right now. The crit damage is going to come down a bit. So I'm actually going to lose a bit of damage. I'm going to lose like, what's that? Probably about 5 or 6% of my damage. But we're going to push ourselves up nearly 20 speed, which is what I kind of need to do. So I'd imagine it's going to pick a lot of the gear that I've already got on him. We're just going to grab some of these other pieces, and then we can get him running as well. Okay, then Magnar's rebuilt. We've got 208 speed. I'll throw a couple of glyphs on. 67, nearly 68k health. 204 crit damage. What's actually quite nice about this is it now means that he's faster than my ninja in my arena team, which was... It was a bit of a problem because Ninja was freezing before I would hit, which meant I was just straight up doing less damage. So we should find now for my arena team it's actually slightly better. The only tricky part about it is whether or not I get my freeze away. But I actually do more damage. Although I lost 5% damage, because the freeze is not there, I actually hit harder in the arena now, which is actually really cool. So that has turned out pretty damn sexy. Let's see if this does the job to get me through Bad L. Or not. So we're going to throw Deacon as the speed lead. Remember, auto, yes, but just remember, like, you're in control of this game. You don't have to auto the whole thing. Throw the auto on when you want to, but get your main abilities back for the next waves if you're in tough content. So I want to make sure that I've got my AoEs and stuff back for the next wave. Hit auto again, speed up through the next part. Get some people smashed up because Magnar does the work. And then we can just try and get back to our abilities again, or as best as I can. We're going to get drop defense out. The annoying thing is he's going to clean all of this stuff off, but we will get a bit of damage away. We will get a second turn, which I wasn't getting before, so at least one of the side ads is dead. I guess if I was manualing that the whole way, I would have just killed this dude instead of her, actually. That would have been better, but at least we don't have the counterattacks now, which I had before. Let's just let them use their unkillable abilities. Give me a couple of taps. No worries. Can't do anything about this right now. Okay, so now he's going to lose his unkillable. So we just go ham on Bad L. And hopefully this should be enough to get me through the stage I couldn't do. So, you know, it was a pain having to spend probably the best part of 4 million in silver in total, rebuilding some other people at the same point of getting this done. But we're through it. We're on to the next stage. And now we're probably in a stage where I can just auto through a whole bunch of stuff. So I'll kind of bring you back in on the next boss unless I get some challenges along the way. Just think about it. It's worth saying, people are going to be on the video down below. You're probably like, what if we don't have Magnar? What if we don't have Deek? You know, that'll be the type of question that I'm asked. So let me just help me through the thinking of who could be the right champions for you. AoE drop defense is massive. Otherwise, you're going to be in the fight all day long. You actually have to win a fight within 10 minutes for it to count as a victory. So AoE drop defense is important, but you need champions that can stay alive. So Tyrell does this job well. Duke does this job well. Udo does this job well. Armina does this job well. Deek does this job well. Like, there's a whole bunch of them that will do it really well. And in a similar type of build to what I've got here, lifesteal with enough accuracy to land your drop defense and enough speed to rotate through them pretty damn fast. So most of those will do it, but you need to build them quite tanky because they are going to take some hits. I guess if you've got good enough stun set gear that still gives you the speed to rotate through abilities, that would be even better because then you've got a chance of locking out some of these enemies whilst you're doing it. In terms of the damage that you bring, ideally someone who's either HP based or defense based, because your attack based champions just won't live. They just will not live unless you've got like beastie ones like Mashold, who's done a locked the whole team out. I can't even think of many that would do it. Ethos that would just blow everybody up. Like, you've got to have absolutely crazy attack based ones for that to work. But HP based ones, you've got Miscreated Monster does a good job here. Magnar, Versolve. There's probably a few more that I'm not thinking of. Defense based ones, there's a ton actually. Probably the best one that you could get would be Ignatius, but Tyrell could do the job of damage. Marta does a ton of damage. Bout does a ton of damage. Duke could be your damage if you've got another drop defense champ. So you're kind of looking for people that do a lot of AoE damage, can stay alive, and sustain. That's pretty much what you need. So drop defense, a lot of damage, but true champions that can actually hold their own in terms of just staying alive. So anyway, I'm going to keep going. Okay, on to the next boss. I mean, really, we've had no particular challenges. There's a lot of weak affinity for my particular team in the waves on this particular level, but because we've got enough sustain, I don't think this boss is going to prove too much of a challenge. This is a tough boss, honestly, if you don't have sustain in your team, because, yeah, I mean, he just throws the poisons out there, and it just makes it a bit of a nightmare day for you. But, yeah, we should have not too much trouble. I do see, actually, my Magnar's taken a bit of a knock. Good to see Leech get out there, because the damage we do is going to heal us back up. Half elf in him. It's funny with Nightmare Campaign, because really, you go through all this work, you do it one time, and then you probably very rarely set foot back in Nightmare Campaign again. They didn't really make the reward for the energy anywhere near what it should be. And therefore, most people just kind of get back to Brutal, which was way easier to deal with anyway. So it's literally like this fun ride of, you know, a morning of your life where you change around a whole bunch of builds, you get yourself in a good place to do it, and then you never go back there again. It's a bit like what you want Ice Golem to be. But there you go. One dead dragon. Another kind of rung on the belt for Magna. Get herself a little cheeky piece. And if we go back to the map, you'll see, I mean, another legendary book there, nice. You see we're kind of on the home run. 3 5-star chickens. Damn, I didn't even realize that. That's awesome for my training as well. So that's good. So on to Godfrey's Crossing. I was saying here, I've come up against like a lot of negative affinity for my main team. So don't just kind of like throw yourself at it and keep going and think, damn, I just can't do this. Just consider to yourself, like, what do I need to be able to get myself through the next stage? And, you know, often it's just a case of bringing someone else in from your team that's got the right affinity just to deal with the next stage. So, you know, Ninja coming in here, he does a lot of damage. When you've got these high health opponents and you're just trying to kill them down, HP burn's actually really strong. So his A2 actually becomes a massive hit when you're doing percentage health with these HP burns. So yeah, it's not, you know, you should always just consider who else can come in and help me out. Don't just keep throwing all your energy at it and wasting energy. I tried twice, wasn't working. I got to the second wave, just wasn't working for me. So I was like, what can help me? Ninja. Ninja brings me some control. He brings me some good damage. And he gets the abilities back quick enough so that I can actually get the job done. So yeah, just bear that in mind. I'll keep going. So up against Blue Affinity boss, I'm feeling like Ninja's going to be my better option. I'm actually wondering whether Deep even should come at all. Maybe Geo's just going to be better here. Not sure really. No, I think I'll keep the decreased defense. The main thing I'm thinking about here is the decreased defense helps me on waves when I land it. But so I get lucky here. I land it all the way. Whereas Geo would just straight up be better for the boss, I think. But I think we're good. I think we're good. HP burn gets us through the waves. And hopefully HP burn will also just do the damage we need it to do on the boss. Magna probably would do the work here, but it becomes way more challenging to try and beat these waves when you've got so many negative affinities out there and no control. Like Magna doesn't bring any type of, you know, physical control. And I guess, you know, thinking about other champions that would be good, someone like a Syl would still be good here because of AoE stun. Visix, very good. Yeah, they're the other type of champions that should be in the mix of your thinking. People that can do AoE control abilities. That should be him dead with the burn. Hopefully we don't take too much damage. Kill one more off. And we just got one. Get down to one. You A1 the whole way. Yeah, A1. Click, click, click. Yes. So that we've got our main abilities back for wave 2. Doing it again. Do it again. And sit back. Think of better days. And then kind of consider to yourself, how are we going to get through this boss? Got the drop defense everywhere. People are starting to die. Going to come back to the freeze any second. Second freeze gives me my control back. So one person got the got that resisted. And at this point, you're kind of like pretty close to just being right. Save abilities now. So I think I can probably one shot here. Near enough. Start to save abilities for next wave. I don't want to die though, and it's possible to die here. So actually, do I just throw the burns in? Now let's kill him off. If I do it, oh, it's actually going to be tight. And I have to use his ability here, so I don't want to die. Dying at this stage costs a lot of energy. It's like 16 energy per turn. So even losing one of these fights, it's really annoying. And you know, I'm not saying I haven't lost any. I've lost a couple along the way, but it's really frustrating to lose fights. So we can drop turn meter here. Good. Wasn't sure about this boss. Going with the burns first here. The freeze won't land. The burns will do damage. Yeah, so Ninja's in here for that. Freeze just gets me back to my burn quicker. That's all. He puts up a whole load of silly stuff. We're trying to get drop defense out there, albeit I'm the wrong affinity. Got it this time. And obviously he's doing damage to us, but bam, 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 triple burn. This does a lot of work. I want the leech up as quickly as I can get it because that's what's going to keep Ninja alive. There it is. Come back to that burn. And once we get the burn away, we should be in good spot now. Just auto here. should be in a good spot to keep him alive because of that leech ability. See the healing coming in now. So, half health so far. Does get nasty, this dragon. It is quite a tough one. You don't have the right team, but you see the healing kicking in now. That's one of the reasons why Deke's so good. Even with the wrong affinity Deke, he's still flipping good because of the leech as well as the other stuff that he's doing. This dragon's having a bad old day, and that's going to be another boss dead. Well and truly dead, which is awesome. And that's a tricky one. For my type of setup, that's a tricky one to take down. So, moving on. Stage 11. Okay, next boss is by Stoffers, the worst legendary in the game, maybe. One of the worst anyway. And let's see what he's like as a boss. So, we are going to get potentially locked out. We didn't get locked out by Hedgie. That's actually good. There is a Soulless here as well, which is kind of annoying. Kind of just want to target the boss here because, you know what? He's not got a lot of defense. That's why he's such a bad legendary, or one of the reasons. But damn, we're actually taking a lot of damage from these ads. Oh, come on. Come on. Do your work, fellas. Do not let them kill us here. Do not let them kill us here. By Stoffers, dead. As he should be, in the bin. Pretty damn close, actually. But a nice quick one. And we're on to stage 12. This is it. This is the main event. Can we get through stage 12 and get the job done? We will try. Affinity's looking good. Let's crack on. I figure for the last few stages, what I'll do is I'll just press record, get myself off the screen, and I'll show it through. Because a lot of you might just be like, we can see that you're doing it, but we can't actually see what you're doing it. And you'll notice a lot of the time, like, I will take the auto button away. So I come away from auto and I'll be like, who do I want to target? You know, which health pool is kind of most important to me? Who do I know out of these ads is going to do the damage? And, you know, I know that my Deke doesn't hit very hard. So I kind of like target the low health dude with my Deke. And then I'll save abilities now for the next wave because I know that these guys are already dead. So there's little things that I'm doing that perhaps it'll be good for you guys to see so that you can try and imitate what I'm doing. So let's watch it through. I'm going to put some Soundstripe music here. Soundstripe are a sponsor of the channel. They sponsor my streams. They give me royalty-free music. You guys can get involved as well. I'll put a link below where you can get 15% off a subscription if you want it. Really cool company with really cool music, actually. Okay, so we're on to the most annoying part of Raid Shadow Legends. Mortu, Mr. I'm just going to nuke you from nowhere. I'm kind of unsure what the... It feels like Ninja's better to me than Magnar right now because Ninja is dealing with these waves really well in terms of just kind of freezing them up. giving me loads of time to get my job done. That's not going to work on the boss, but it is going to work on the ads, and his burn is going to give me a lot of damage on the boss. If you do not have Paragon, doing the Paragon cheese, and I'll ping it above right now for my video showing that, then honestly, you might run this 20 times and not do it. You might also run it one time and do it on the first occasion. That's how stupid this kind of RNG factor of Mortu is. But it's... I remember the first time I was trying to show a video doing Nightmare Campaign on my main account, and I was like, you don't need Paragon. I'm just going to run in there and do it. I must have spent... I couldn't even tell you how much energy. It was a buttload of energy trying to get the job done. And eventually, I changed the video to, this is how you do the Paragon cheese, because it just kept going wrong. Now, I don't have Paragon on this account, so no such luck of trying to change it up. I've just got to go for it. See here, we save our abilities for Wave 2. Same old stuff you've been watching so far. Get some work done. Get the damage out. We keep using our abilities until they're close to death, and then we save our abilities again, because we've got to do this within 10 minutes, but that's not going to be a problem with this team. The problem with this team is, can we do it at all before Mortu just kill somebody? That's basically what we're looking for. Not too worried about taking a bit of damage. Just checking turn meters here. Go to him. He's dead anyway. Just focus here. We're done without taking an extra hit, honestly, but we'll heal up a good chunk. We're going to go auto. We're going to go AoE freeze so that we don't get any nastiness going on from these guys. And there it is, straight away with the block revive. And then we rinse and repeat until that doesn't happen. That's the way this goes down. 10% chance of that popping. 10%. And almost every time I play this boss, first time you fight him, like, it's the main thing he loves to do. Okay, take 2. In fact, I was thinking to myself, maybe I just want to go burns first. Get damage out as quickly as I can, because we never know what he's going to do. Oh, don't go for anyone else, please. Please. Don't do me that way. AoE drop defense again. More damage on Mortu. Don't kill me. Okay. Oh, more damage on Mortu. More burns. Hopefully they hit Mortu. Lots of damage. It's going well so far. It's just so scary. This fight is so damn scary. Because at any point... Oh, he actually didn't kill me with the killable thing. But I still died. There it is. No! I don't know if it's... Don't kill me! Oh, that's so sad. I can't do anything more. I can't do anything more. He's dead. Good damage. Drop turn meter. Keep it going. Keep it going. Don't you kill me. Don't kill me. Oh, he's killed me. Fiery Rage passive is out. Couple of the burns on him, straight there. Oh, Fiery Rage passive. You've seen it! Seen it. Oh, is he not killing me? Not killing me. Stay alive. Stay alive, people. Stay alive, stay alive, stay alive. Oh, there's no flipping turn meter anyway. I've tried this so many times. How can this be still in the game like this? That's what I want to know. How can this still be the way the final boss is decided in a game that's been out for over 2 years? RNG. RNG is the only deciding factor of the final boss of campaign. It's not like we're talking about, yeah, the final boss of the whole flipping game. Oh, it's so annoying! So at least when everyone else is dead, I can just load the burns on him and try and do a ton of work. I don't know what else to try right now. It's just auto, dead. Oh, so frustrating. I literally needed Deacon to stay alive one more turn. I don't even know what turn this is. It's about I think I've done it about 7,000 times. And I've gone for a different tactic. This time, I've killed the side ads. Oh, my lord. I really wanted to burn that. Have I got enough? Have I got enough damage? Please die. Please die, Mortu, you absolute beast. Oh, man. That's the worst experience of my life. And I've been through some pretty tragic stuff in 41 years. What a terrible experience this is for a raid player. Raid, Shadow, Legends, change this RNG boss, please. Please. It's absolutely disgusting to go through that again and again. I've probably spent 400 gems or something. That's how many times I've redone this level. It's literally been a ridiculous amount of times. But out the other end, third sacred done. We're ready for Vlad. I'm going to go and cry into a large bowl of milk. I've been Hell Hades. See you later.